Server 2008 R2, MySQL, PHP, Android, and so on. He has some understanding of SDLC and project development phases. He has strong research and learning skills and ability to work without any time constraint. He has a number of books, book chapters, and research papers on his account. So with this introduction, I welcome you, sir, and I request you please start the session.
Yeah, thank you very much for the introduction and inviting me. And I give good morning to everyone who joined this session and taking time to connecting with me. And I am very thankful for the MMIT and MMCO for giving me an opportunity to present my session on the advanced learning on AI and ML. So let's start me sharing my screen. So basically, I'm trying to give you some basic idea about the what is ML and AI. Then we'll see some real-time applications and how people are using AI in the real worlds. And I can also show you using the Visual Studio Shoot. Like say, if you have some sample data, how we can use those sample data and train our data to give the or prediction or results based on the machine learning technologies and various algorithms that has been developed and used. So let me begin with sharing my screen. Let me know like so when you are able to see my screen.
Yes, yes, it is visible, sir.
Okay, wonderful. So let me begin the presentation. So our agenda for today's session is regarding we'll go with the some basic introductions of the AI and the machine learning. Then we'll see individuals in a little bit details, and then we'll see the differences between AI and ML. And then I try to cover one of the algorithm that is reinforcement learning algorithm. We'll see at a high level and we'll see the real-time application based on this reinforcement learning and how the data are learned and what kind of situation it presents and how it can be used by the people in a real-time situation. So that we'll cover into this real-world scenario, and I will show you couple of, or maybe if time permits, we'll show you a few programs, how we can write the sample programs and what are the structure of the sample programs for using Visual Studio for machine learning. So the first part is the introduction. So now, like so nowadays, people are using AI and the machine learnings and data science or data logs or engineering. Now we have also have the data pools. So where the term begins and who was the main pioneer who provided the term. So people know John McCarthy as one of the godfathers of the AI, who defined as like the science and engineering of making intelligent machines. So there are a lot of ways to simulate human intelligence, and some methods are more intelligent than others. Okay, I forgot to start the video, sorry. So artificial intelligence. So what is artificial intelligence? We can also consider widely as a like an approach to make a computer or a robot or a product that think how smart the human is. And the aim is to improve the computer functions which are related to human knowledge, for example, reasoning, learning, and the problem solving. I believe several people are watching the current Olympic Games, which is playing currently going on a Tokyo. So if you have seen, like say a couple of days back, they have shown a robot who is playing the basketball games, and that when he throws the ball at certain distance and with the precision that like say the ball always goes into the court. So that is how they precise and they make the computer thinks like a human. Like if I throw the balls from this distance, I have to apply this much weight to or force to throw the ball so that it will at least hit to the ring of the court. So that is how they program it and prepare it for going the AI, how the AI can integrate it into day-to-day human lives. So let's begin with the actual AI. So what is AI? So there are so many widespread definitions going on regarding the AI, and I have categorized like say three basic definitions for the AI. So first is AI can be considered as a branch of a computer science that can be used for dealing the simulations of intelligent behaviors in computers. So there are widely, I mean, there are so many branches in computer science. Some people go with the AI, some people go with the automations, robotics, data science, and one of the branches is the AI, as we said. It is also considered as the capability of a machine to imitate the intelligence human behavior. So intelligent human behavior in terms of we can say that like it can think like or act like a human, like if certain situation presents. So what could be the scenario? We'll cover a couple of situations later on these slides, like so when we'll see the real-time scenarios, how AI can be integrated. It is also considered as a like a computer system that ables to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence, such as visual perceptions or speech recognitions, data meetings, or any translation between widely used the language interpreters and the language interpreters. You can have one language and it can be easily translated into the human language. Basically, it is defined as a designed to mimic the human behaviors. So we'll see like what are the categories. There are basically, I mean, it can be categorized into basically two things. One is a strong AI and the other is weak AI. The weak AI artificial intelligence is embodied as a system designed to carry out a particular task. So like for chess or video games, or you can see nowadays there is a popular two products that are currently in the market. One is the Google Siri, I mean Apple Siri and Amazon Alexa. So when you give any command, it will respond you on that command. Like say what is the information it is inputted and what the information should be output. So that's how the weak AI works. So you give the command, it will respond you with that command. So that is a simple plain task. Even like so you might heard about the chatbots. You ask a question, it will only retrieve the answer for that question. So it won't give you any additional information, or it won't take decisions based on the situations or the based on the information. So that category can be considered as a strong artificial intelligence, that are the system that carry out on task considered to be a human like. This can be a more complex and complicated systems, and they can be handle some extreme sorry complex situations, and it requires to solve the problems without the human interventions. Like say self-driving car, you might heard about the Tesla. Like so nowadays that is one of the popular thing to search for. Like say what is a self-driving car and how AI are used. We will see that sample example into this presentation, or like say in hospital operating rooms where some complex surgeries can be help. We take the AI to identify those complex surgeries and to make the decisions and save the patient's life. There is a long back, there is a movie called Minority Report, where they have predicted a AI system. Like say, if you look at, I mean, the system will predict like so the crime is going to commit, and police can able to stop the people who for committing that crime. So that is how their AI are predicting. Like so, based on the area and the people who are living and how they are behaving, based on that they will predict the system. The AI system will predict into that movie like the like so some of the popular applications: YouTube, Amazon, Netflix, Alexa, Siri. So let's see one by one. Like say YouTube, you might say like say YouTube is only for the popular for showing the videos, but have you ever wondered like say finance? Like say if you search all those four applications, I mean domain videos into your YouTube, and when you get up from the YouTube and again open the YouTube application in your mobile or on your machine, it will recommended you the similar set of videos for those search criteria. So that is why they are using the AI to predict, like, so if the user search for the Java, the user might able to like the Java related videos or SQL related videos or Jenkins related videos or CI/CD pipelines related videos or Eclipse related videos. So that's how they are, the system is smart enough to predict, like, so what could be the user's criteria for searching those videos. Same for Amazon. If you search for one product, like if you're looking for shoes, they might recommend you the slippers, they might recommend you the socks, they might recommend you to so many fitness type of shoes. So different types of shoes. So that's how they are predicting, like, so what is our taste. Same for the Netflix. Netflix is one of the popular OTT platform where you can view the videos, movies or web series. So if you're looking for the like say, funny web series, then or if you look for the crime related web series, then the system is smart enough to propose the items which are related to funny, comedy, or crime related. It won't show you any other suspense or any other thing, but it will show you related. So that is how related videos. So that is how they are figuring out. They are using the AI, artificial intelligence, for recommending. So that is also one of the category we'll see. Like, so what are the different applications? I mean, the AI can be categorized while developing the applications. So same for the Alexa. You ask the command, you ask for some specific information, it will give you the specific information. Same as Siri. If you ask Siri to call some person, Siri will dial that number. Tesla. Now the self-driving car. So this is one of the popular things which are going currently right now. Tesla has designed a self-driving car. It also has like a kind of autopilot mode which is available into the aircraft. So it's a similar kind of autopilot mode is available in Tesla where you can, you know, prepare the enter the destination and it will automatically find out the path and take you to the destination considering all the necessary precautions. Like, so when you consider a self-driving car, it has to be follow the government rules. Like, so where it has stop sign, it should stop it. When it has intersection, it should see the lights, whether it's a green lights or red lights, it has to stop. It also has to see like some objects moving around if you want to change the lens or anything. So that is how we'll consider later on. We'll show some screens of these Tesla devices, like say how the monitor or the dashboard is driving that car. Then we'll have the fitness tracker. Nowadays, this is one of the popular things like so people are using to fitness their health. Like so how many steps you are walking, how many steps you are running, how many bicycles you have rode. You are now in the advanced mode, like say they have monitor, like say your how many water cup or bottle you are drinking per day, what is your BP or what is your heart rate. Based on that, it will recommend, like say if you are idle for like say 1 or 2 hours, like say my fitness tracker is giving me alert, like say if I don't get up from my chair after an hour, my fitness tracker start beeping me and giving me alert, like say it's time to walk, it's time to walk, it's time to take a break. That's how it alert the people, like say. So how it trigger the alertness. So it learn from the data. What kind of data? How many steps you are walking, when you are waking up, when you are sleeping. Even it also records that your sleep time, whether you get the enough sleep, 7 hours or 8 hours or 6 hours in a day or not. When you are sleeping, when you wake up, it will get out like so what are doing during those times, walking, cycling, or sitting idle, or having any other things. So that's how it tracks. Same for the health applications. Like so in this corona pandemic, like so many health applications are designed and developed with the help of AI. And there are also some applications that were in early stage before the corona pandemic, and now also it has been enhanced, like say to tracking your BP or heart rates every time, and it's sending data to the hospitals or the doctors, so they will get the alerts, like say the BP is dropping down or the heart rates are dropping down, they can immediately send the help to those patients. So that's how they are saving the lives for the peoples. And same for the financial institutions as well, like say, financial applications where people are monitoring manually. If you are going for some audit or tracking the financial activities daily, sometimes it becomes difficult to identify because there are a lot of billions of transactions doing per day. So sometimes it's difficult to detect the illegal or suspicious activities. So that's how AI comes into picture, or the application comes into picture, where it can detect and flag those suspicious activities and give alerts to the appropriate management so that they can make the decisions what we can do. So this is some basic understanding, like say how the AI, we know those are applications, but sometimes like say we might not able to know, like say this part should be considered as a applications of AI or not. So that's why I give you a little bit understanding, like say how the in background those kind of applications are working with the help of AI or machine learnings. So going to the next slide, that is some little bit benefits, like say how AI can be helpful in our day-to-day lives. Like as we can see that AI is programmed to be a market potential, it has mass potential where it can be used in most of the different industries. But nowadays, if you see whether it's a healthcare industry, finance industry, manufacturing industry, or any applications, you can see it can be deployed in any industries. Other important part is like, so you might have seen like so most of these applications, but I can think of more. I mean, real-time applications, they are currently in a use in this benefits of AI. Like say it's operate 24/7, so it doesn't have any interruptions, like say light is gone, or because they have the backup server, so or there is a break or there is a strike going on, so no people or no human power manpower is there to work for it. So that is the interruptions or breaks has been reduced. It also reduces the human errors. It helps us to do the repeating jobs. Even it also helps us to make decisions faster, and we can use in a different applications. So now you can say where we can use it. So let me give you an example where one of my friend who has a challenging task to do this automation, like say right now, you might have seen our milk is going in a sample pouch. So here, like say, we have one carton that contains 15 pouches of that milk, and one we have to load it into one job, like so where they can have 45 cartons. So each carton contains 15 bags of milk, and we have to load 45 cartons into one table. So now if you consider the like manual task for loading all those bags into carton and solving the cartons into one table. So now what they come up with idea is like, so where the AI comes and robotics comes into picture is like say they employed a machine that will put bags into the carton and load those cartons into that table within 35 to 40 seconds. All those 45 cartons with the bags will be loaded in 35 to 40 seconds. So now imagine like say how the work has been faster and how it improves the repetitive jobs. Now the challenge comes is like say, as the milk is there, we have to apply the dates where the milk is going to be expire, or what is the best time to be use it before that. So now they employed the new system. So the challenge comes into the picture is like say how fast you generates those labels where the machines get inputted while putting the bags into the cartons. So that's how the real time challenge is, and they are working on those stuff right now currently with the help of AI, like say how fast the system can produce those data to the machine so that the machine can apply those information to the milk of bags and put it into the carton, because they need so many informations like so what is the batch, when it's produced, what is the base before time, and what is the current time, so that they can track those informations. So that's how the AI comes into picture, that is helping the reducing the times, making that task faster. and at the same time it is doing the multitasking, right? It is packing the bags and putting the bag into the carton and then putting the carton into the table. So that's how it doing all those tasks within the limited time. Another is the medical advancement, as I said, like so it is continuously sending the data, different types of data, like say it's a heart related data, the patients who are having some heart disease, or the blood pressure related data, or diabetic related data, or cholesterol related data to the family doctors continuously after certain intervals. And based on that data, the doctor can recommend it any changes into the medications, or they require any additional treatments, or there are some issues like if you forgot, I mean, the machine has those machines are already there, and if the machines forgot to send the data, it might alert the doctors or the people, medical people, so that they can send the help to the patients to save their lives. So that is how AI is helping in day to day our lives and saving their lives as well. So now every coin has the other side, and AI also has the other sides. It is helping in so many places for doing our so many achieving our task, but it also has certain concerns whether, like say, the program can be used to do something devastating. So now this is a real challenge and threat nowadays. Like say, if you have seen a couple of movies, like say, where this scenario is actively shown, like say Angel has Fallen, or the latest movie in 2021, that is Infinite, where they are using the AI and the drones are having some, destroying power where you can, bombing the places or killing the peoples. They also have all those stuff fit into with the sorry, fit into with the drones, and you can control it using the programs. So that is one of the challenge people are, I mean, that is a future challenge or threat to the humanity, where if it goes into some bad hands, or if some people design it to do something devastating, a program like it is also beneficial, but sometimes it develops a destructive methods for achieving its goals. Like so if you have seen the movie called I Robot, where they have shown this kind of a scenario, like so it was designed to help to do some task, but later on, like say few robots gone destructive and the programming has been altered and changed, then later on it becomes threat for all those people. So that is how, like say, if it develops a destructive method, then it might goes into the wrong directions. It might also affect the human employment. As I mentioned the scenario in the last slide, where the machine is helped to move the cartons and milk bags. So like so that is losing the actual human employments, because that task was earlier the people were doing those kind of a task, and now that task has been replaced by the machines. So that is how it is also affecting the human employment. And you might have seen nowadays the automated machines for use for cleaning, that is called also a robot vacuums, where they use to clean and vacuum the place without human interventions. It can also hack into people privacy. Now this is one of the real threat. Like say if you are using the Apple series or Google Mini or Amazon's Alexa, so they always respond you when you speak something or say something. So imagine a situation if some people can alter, I mean, the programming can be altered so that they can listen, whatever the conversations is going on in people's life or in your house. So that is also one of the challenge for the people's privacy. Now this is one of the thing, like say it's lacking out of box thinking. So now like say if you are when it comes to the human, they always comes up with the something new out of the box thinking. So those type of thinking lacks into the machines, because they are programmed in such a way that they are doing the task that was designed to do. They don't do any additional stuff, because that kind of programming was not fit into the applications or the machines. no emotions, as I said. So it was a purely machine. So they do the task what they have assigned to do that. They doesn't think with the heart or mind. It doesn't have any emotions developed. So that is how one of the concern is, and the making the human lazy. So now this is a difference in other side of the human side. Like say most of the things as like earlier, you might have like so nowadays the technology is that like so if you go move into one room to another room, the other room will automatically turn on the lights, and the left room automatically close the lights. So that is one of the smart home monitoring features that well makes the human lazy. Earlier we used to have like say we get up and turn off the light, and when we go into another room we go to that place switch spots and turn on the light. So that is also making us lazy. High cost of creation. So that is all those development, design, enhancement, whatever has been done in the field of AI that costs a lot of monies, because that requires sometimes, because this is machines and applications, it is not necessary that it will work in a very first attempt. So sometimes we have to do so many attempts, we have to learn from those errors, we have to correct those errors, and then based on that we have to again reapply those changes and making this application work successful. That's how it costs you a lot, and a lot of money and the time for developing and creating those applications. So let's see a little bit regarding the machine learning. So what is machine learning and how it is used? So machine learning is one of the method of data analyzing that automates an analytical model. It is one of the branch of the artificial intelligence, and the important part is like say it is learning by themselves from the data. It will identify the different types of pattern based on the learning, and then it will make the decisions with the help of those data and the patterns. So this is one of the important, that is how it differentiate machine learning from the AI. So as nowadays, like so we have a lot of data. If you have seen the recent article, it is saying that every second human generates around 10 to 20 MB or 100 MB of data every second. I'm talking about every second. So we have lots of data nowadays, and to understand, to study those data, to derive some conclusions based on the data, the data science comes into the picture, and machine learning is one of the important component of the data science. And we can use different methods to learn, to derive some conclusions for the data science. Either it can be statisticals, it can be algorithms, it can be another method for filtering, you know, and though there were data mining projects also help like say tools to handle those type of data. Nowadays, the Python is one of the growing terms, growing technologies which are used in a data science to learn to extract the data, then it will transform the data, and then it will load the data into the respective format. So the whole process normal in data science is called the ETL process, where we can have data from multiple sources. It can be XML, it can be CSV, it can be Excel, or it can be any database as well. Then it will extract all those data. Then it will transform the data into the destinations, destinations format, and then it will load the data. So that's how the overall approach into the data science and going on. For this machine learning, it had divided into three main parts. So one is the decision, the other is error function, and then optimization. So what is the decision? So decision is a kind of a process where machine learning algorithms are used to make any predictions or the classifications. And now it will have some patterning of data. Based on that, it will give you some predictions or the classifications. So now it is quite possible that when you give some decisions or predictions, it might not be accurate. There might be some errors. it is not up to the mark, or it is not expected as what we're expecting. So based on that, it can be evaluated again, and we can have